so we didn't get any voice recording. So we're going to start off with doing some, if we get a request, a broker record letter, and we need to start sending information to that broker where to go to look for that. Unfortunately, last week's recording of commission setup sheets, broker records, proposals are worthless. So, okay, we're starting from scratch, Patrick. Here we go. Alrighty, in this particular group, I remember I told you also ARC and Q, they have two separate BCN numbers, but they're under the same database in Colonial. I'll have to see if it's, I'll probably have to pull them up separately, but I just want to make sure that we can pull. You can always go in AIMS, look under account, select the account you want, and then up at the top here, you can go like there, you can get a field bill, you can get a discovery record, stuff like that. Because this is stuff that we can send the group. You can also look into ACT to find out what we offered as well, just to make sure. But this won't necessarily tell you what was offered, but it'll tell you what they have in place. Because there could be a product in here we offered in Harmony, but because nobody purchased it, it's not showing. So that's why I prefer ACT, because ACT should be everything we actually offered. But in this particular case, this is ARC distribution. There's, looks like 24 policies. I am guessing this is just ARC and not ARC combined with Q, but we'll find out in a second here. So I'm just going to download this. I'm going to go find ARC in here, which is under Mike's. Here we go. BOR, setup files. Okay, I might make another folder for discovery or field build later, but for right now, I'm just going to do ARC, discovery, and then today's date, which is, what is today, the 16th now? 16th. Discovery. Save. And since we're already in ARC, I'm going to also look at their field bill. And by the way, this only has the last four of the social, no addresses or phone numbers or anything, but this tells them what they've got going on here. I just want to double check here. This only has ARC because Q used to be 0002, so it will be separated out. Cool. And then I'm just going to find Q in here and do the same thing. Save both the discovery and the field bill, because we're going to send this to that new broker. This is kind of scary. Nobody, I know Q has some stuff here. I have to figure this out. I've never seen that before. Hang on.
So while you're doing that, I'm adding a folder for ARC, field, bill, and discovery. So we can have them in separate.
Yeah, but then we'd also have to do, if you want,
one for Q, right?
One for Q too, but I have to see what's going on here.
Would you want that in there or not?
Well, we keeping them under the same file folder under Mike's. What I might want to do is rename the file folder instead of ARC distribution, ARC and Q, so you know that everything's in the one file folder. There's no reason to separate. See, here's Q Industries.
Okay.
So I would want where it says ARC distribution when you're going under Mike's, groups. I want to change that to, ARC and Q. So this way,
Okay. I'm doing that
anybody
right now.
going in there, they know it's both are in that file folder, not just ARC.
Okay. ARC and Q distribution. That sounds good.
Yeah, well, it's actually Q Industries and ARC distribution if you want to be.
Okay.
But you can do ARC and Q. And then we because that's our file folder, we'll know what that means. So we just did the discovery. Good. We just did the field bill. I'm going to go into ACT.
Okay, change that.
It is an East Central.
Okay, I'm in the same one.
And this is what we offered, all these plans.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
So what we need to do is I usually compose an email, introduce myself. In this case, we've been kind of emailing back and forth with this Garrett guy, letting him know that we've already sent in, the broker of record letter and commission setup sheet to get them assigned to this account. And here's some information on the account. And please let us know if you have any questions. And also in this case, I know that waited to hear back on whether or not we're going to do a conference call on Wednesday or Thursday. So that pretty much tells you everything. And I do like bullet points when I do my emails. Let me see. And it's Garrett, right?
Yeah.
And then, hi, Garrett, And then I'll just compose an email.
Bearhoff, yeah.
After I compose the email, I'll write, products being, offered. I should probably say Colonial Products, but if I can type today. And then I might do, and sometimes I also do another bullet point where I tell them what the attachment is. It's field bill, because they might not know what a field bill means. And I'll say this is sort of like an invoice, breaks down, the policy holders and the amount per pay period. So I'll do that as well, just to give you an idea of how I do it. You can do it your own way.
Sure.
That's just the way I've been doing it.
No. No reason to reinvent the wheel, but yeah.
And
yeah. Oh, I had it open. I could have told you. Individual Cancer Assist, individual medical bridge.
Oh, perfect. Let me do, so we have basic. I know it says plan 1 and 3. It shouldn't be plan 1 and 3. It should be basic and premier. There is no 1 and 3 and the individual unless it's group. It's not group, is it? Go ahead and take a look at the discovery. It's Accent 1.0.
Where did that? Oh, you put it in their file. Let me look at that.
Because I would have put it in a group section here, but this says plan 1 and 3 on and off with health screening. I don't think it's, I just want you to verify it's Accent 1.0, because if it is, I'm going to change that.
And that be on the discovery or the field bill?
Discovery form should say Accident 1.0.
No, I didn't see it.
Just go to ARC, not to Q. Go to ARCs.
Yeah, I did. Q Industry.
You're not seeing it?
No, I'm in the wrong. Oh, okay. Accident 1.0.
Okay.
Disability ISTD 3000. Term and whole life. and then individual
Okay,
medical
then that
regimen.
means when we're in here, this should say, unless we offered all three, but I think we did basic and premier maybe. I don't know, because I don't know why we would write 1 and 3. The only way to know for sure is to actually look at Harmony, which I'm kind of lazy to do right this second.
Well, I got it right here. I can do that.
Okay. But you're going to have to look under reporting. You can't check in regular Harmony because it's an e-functional account.
Okay.
So just, but you have to do this in Explorer. You can't do it on Google Chrome when you look at the reporting. So you can go to Harmony, to ARC, and then go to reports, and then I would have to show you which one it is, and I'll tell you the product's being offered. Okay. Actually, if it's open, you can look at the products too and select, but you don't have the same capabilities as I do. You're not Harmony Administrator. You're not going to be able to see it.
Yeah, okay.
So,
yeah, I've never been able to get those reports, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do this. Okay. We'll just check in a minute. Individual, medical, bridge. This sometimes is like kind of time consuming. I know some people just say, here's what they have, and they just send them a whole bunch of attachments, but I don't like doing that because that to me is, hold on, this is not responding again. You know, I just feel like, you know, I need to do like one more step. Is that right? Mm-hmm.
Add to level 2, option 1.
Mm. Okay, what else do we have? What else was there? Was there any life?
CYM is?
Calendar year max.
Oh, okay. Term life and whole life, you got that? Term life, 1,000. Peggy.
Okay, I'm not going to
and
go
then
through all that.
Whole life with LTC rider. And that's it.
Okay, that should be fine. Okay.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you doing that email and having it on the recording for me.
I need you to get out of ARC.
Okay.
Unless you already changed the name, that's why I can't open this. That could be it. Hang on.
Oh,
just
the
go
folder?
this way. Yeah.
Yeah, ARC and Q.
Okay, that's why I couldn't open it from there. Yeah, because it hasn't been. Open.
Sesame.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
It is being so weird. Okay.
Yeah, I created a folder for the field bill and discovery, but I didn't put anything in it yet.
Okay. Now, do I want to just do plan descriptions, or do I want to do full brochures? That's a lot of attachments. I think I'm just going to do the plan descriptions.
Yeah, this guy's new.
Because that'll kind of cover everything. can see how it's just kind of time consuming.
Sure, yeah. Have you ever tried dragging and dropping on it? Will it work inside your, because a lot of times you can just drag and drop right into where the attachment box is, and it just puts it there, so you don't have to go back and forth.
Oh,
What I've
I don't
usually
know. I
done
haven't
is
tried it yet.
make one window a little smaller so that you can see both side by side, and then you just go through and drag and drop right onto your email, and it should attach it. I saw Mike do that and went, oh, I like that shortcut.
Okay, well, we're almost done, and I'm pretty quick on this. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to sound smart. It's
No,
tough for me
I'll
to
take
do
any
that.
shortcuts that I can.
Yeah, I'm goofing too.
Can you make sure it's Garrett by looking in ACT? Because I know you added him as Garrett. I'm spelling that correctly?
Yeah. And Garret, Verhoff, Verhoff.
So there's only one T.
One T. And I was looking in the ARC. I'll check the contact as well. Yep, just one T in both of them.
Let me see. I want to word this.
So after you do a change of broker of record, you usually send an email just like this?
I just want to let them know that we got it. We sent it in. They'll so they're coded to the group. And then here's the information. They probably don't need to know anything. I'm just want to let you know that we sent in the broker of record to the last Colonial.
Do we follow up with Colonial to make sure that got processed?
You should. Yeah.
Okay.
But it takes a few days. God, that's Simona. I'm not answering that right now. Okay, hold on a second. She has worked her butt off. She's the benefit counselor about who's been following up with that employee. So I'll just check the voicemail afterwards. Thing is, I don't want to talk about commission setup sheets because then they might say, oh, well, what commission is that and how much are the percentages? And we can do that, but I don't know if I want to go there without Mike. Unless they request it, I don't think I should do that or offer that up because they're just getting the same commission level as the previous broker did because that's the way the account was set up. So sometimes they might say, well, what commissions am I getting for the product? Then in that case, then I would say, okay, you're set up on a peak or a peak level. And then Mike does have in one of the file folders a breakdown of the commissions for those particular products. And then I would forward that over. If they haven't decided, if it's a new group and they haven't decided peak or peak level, I can send them the information on both. But 9 times out of 10, I kind of forward that to Mike for him to go over with them and explain the difference and why they would choose one over the other. Just depends on the broker and what kind of level of commissions they're going to get with Colonial.
And can you give me a rundown of the difference between peak and peak level?
Yeah, the peak is where you get higher commissions the first year. It's kind of, Mike calls it a high-low.
Yeah, 20,
so you get more commissions the first year.
20 and 2.5, yeah, 20 the first.
Something like that, yeah. And then they get the small amount afterwards. That's typically if you don't think you're going to have the group next year. Or it might be a one-time go-around. Or you get a broker who is just all about the money.
Right, and then that 8% broker, each?
Yeah. Well, the other one, the peak levelized is about 8%, so you're getting less the first year, but you get that after a couple of years, you end up getting more.
It's a lot more.
Because instead of 2%, you're getting more, but it's only if they're, planning on staying with the account and
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make a decision on how I want to word this. I just want to let you know that was Santa Broker. Thank you. I'll try to Colonial. I'm just going to write as soon as it's, Colonial,
Yeah.
just maybe write as soon as it's like, processed. Like, you will officially, be on the account. And then I'll write some like, in the meantime, here's what we've offered. Okay. Time, okay. And then I could just like here, sometimes I do this where I do FYI so they know what FB means and what discovery means.
Sure. Yeah.
The thing is, there is one for Q, but Q has no information. I don't want that to confuse him. That's the only problem. I'm not spelling right now. They were both offered the same plans. Okay.
Apostrophe or you need a were spelled differently for. There you go. Right,
Oh, what?
E apostrophe RE.
Oh, sorry about that. They were both offered the same plans. FB.
We are. Yeah.
Okay. Build. What does it have? That's good enough. Policy information and rates, and then Colonial products being offered.
That looks good.
Okay. Okay. And then just your typical, if you have any questions,
Give me a buzz.
please, to contact Mike or myself, because I'm so good. And if I could spell that better, that'd be good. Okay, so.
I like my stuff.
Yeah, myself, yeah. Wondering if I should add in there, look forward to phone conversation, or, what, I'm good enough with this. Do you know what,
No,
Garrett's
that's a good
email?
tone to it. Pardon me?
One,
yes.
This one right here?
Right where I don't see where you're. You want Garrett's phone number or email?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. It's Garrett, GARRET _
There it is. Okay, pulled up.
Yep.
Now, sometimes I put Mike on these, sometimes I don't. In this case, I am. Okay, so right, ARC and Q, Colonial information. Hi, Garrett, it's Ronnie One with Michael McCare's office. I just want to let you know that we sent in your BO for ARC and Q last Friday to Colonial as soon as it's processed. You'll officially be on the account. In the meantime, attached we find the following: FYI, discovery, account level information. Let me see. Oh. I have no, we enrolled on Essential.
Where does that,
Okay.
where is that indicated? Oh, here it is. I see. Enroll database, East Central. Okay. Just looking at that.
Yeah, I just want to let them know that we enrolled on
Mhm.
East Central. I don't know if that matters or not. I think that's good. If he has any questions, then he can.
Yeah,
Did you
no,
see
that
anything
sounded
funky
good.
with this?
And it had a good
Okay.
tone. To the point.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do is like, hey, Johnny on spot. We got it on Friday. We sent it off on Friday. Okay. Done. All righty. So that we recorded, and it's almost 12 here. I was thinking about maybe, hang on a second.